Hey world, Nick here again, and sort of a sleepy, gloomy Saturday today. So yeah, today we're gonna do a video, and my plan was kind of just go out thrifting, right? And just chat in between, chat on the drive there, hit up a couple stores, see some shit. Taking the Benzo. She ain't the prettiest, but she got an ass on her, so get some shit back there. I need some sweater vests. What else? Anything. If it's cool, if it's chill, I'll buy it. But yeah, so we're gonna do that. I'll see you guys in the car, and yeah, just gonna ramble a little bit while we drive to the first store. So yeah. All right, so we're rolling out, and yeah, so we're heading to the first store here. And I don't know, the topic of this video really isn't about thrifting. My kind of idea for these is just sort of like drive around, have a destination in mind, but the destination isn't really the goal. Kind of a life philosophy for me, really. I love just going places, really, more than the actual destination itself. I don't know, I feel like that's probably a lot of people. But anyway, we're heading there, and first store gonna be a Goodwill. I know Goodwill's pretty mid, but you know, it is what it is. That's like the closest one to me. We might hit up a different store, not Goodwill. That would be pretty chill. I think I know of one that we might hit. That's a good idea, actually. Well, I think we'll hit that one. But yeah, and there's a Cybertruck, ugly ass mofo. So anyway. I have kind of a topic in mind for this video. I know that on my last video I actually got a couple comments by some people I've not seen comment on my channel before, so that's pretty chill. Get out in traffic. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Welcome everybody, all two of you I think, but you know, I'm glad that you're here, and I read your comments, and it's really cool that you're interested in this kind of stuff. I feel like I kind of almost tapped into like a little niche that's going on right now of people making this kind of content. But again, I'm not trying to profit off this or get any sort of fame off this. I'm just sort of a guy with a camera going around filming his life, talking about things, and yeah. But I don't know. Some people seem to think I'm kind of depressed. I'm not depressed. I'm just kind of, you know, I'm kind of a grim person in general, maybe. I don't know if that's a good descriptor or not, but not really an optimist. Sometimes I can be, sometimes I'm definitely not. Most of the time I'm definitely not. I'm kind of a realist, you know, if it happens, it happens sort of mentality. But I don't know. I did have a goal in mind for what I kind of wanted to talk about here, but now I've just been rambling about this. But I don't know. Recently I've been trying like dating apps and stuff. That's kind of what I want to get to here, but I don't know. I really, really hate them. And I think that's like a lot of people have that mentality that they really, really hate them. I see people on their bios on there constantly talking about, oh, just get me off this app, please. I hate it here. I hate this app. And you know, some of those I'm guessing are just jokes, and they're just saying it because that's what everyone else says, which is another thing. There's so many copy and paste people out there. They're just like the same person over and over again. And nothing wrong with being a trend follower, I don't think, but you know, it's just not my type. But that's besides the point. I really don't like them because amongst many reasons, right? So number one reason is that it sort of gamifies dating people. One of my friends kind of told me about, or like mentioned that phrase, and I was like, you know, that's a good way to put it, because for me personally, I don't have a shit ton of dating experience. Like, I've went out with a couple of girls in the past, and it just never really goes anywhere. And I don't know if that's like me being as socially awkward as I am, or if it's just I haven't found the right one. I'm going with I haven't found the right one, but there's definitely a little bit of social awkwardness in there that probably turns people off. I don't think I'm a particularly bad looking guy, so I don't think that's really part of it as much, because like on these apps I do get matches and I do get likes, but a lot of them are just flakes, and I fucking hate flakes. I hate fake people and flakes. Those are the kind of people I do not get along with, people who just put out a fake persona of who they are, because I want to see the real you, and that's something I'm trying to work on too, is just get better about putting out who I am, just straight and foremost, instead of having like a fake identity that I put out towards people. And that's another thing with these apps, is that like people are only seeing you through this profile. They're not meeting you, right, when they meet you on these apps. And that's fine, to an extent it's fine. It almost is better in a way, because then you kind of get an idea of who you're talking to right away, instead of cold approaching someone in real life. They might just be a completely different person than you, but you know, you got to try somehow. And I don't know, I just haven't been very successful in the real world, so I went to these apps, and I don't know, it gamifies it, because it's like you're literally playing a game to meet people. You're swiping left or right, you're looking at them, you're liking them, you're leaving comments, and then they have like these like microtransactions and shit, and it's like, I'm not trying to spend like money per month so I can get whatever the fuck your like super like is, or whatever that shit is, because get around this guy. But it's just like, that's just not me. I would so much rather meet people in person, but you know, it's almost a thing in our world these days where it's so hard to meet people in the real world. And I know it's not that way for everyone, and I know you can join clubs and shit, and I know you can do all this stuff, but it's just, in my current situation, it's pretty difficult for that to happen. I gotta get over here. So, I don't know. I try them out, and yeah, it's not really a problem of not getting matches or anything, as I said. It's just, I don't like the overall experience. I don't like having to pay to meet people. And I wish someone would just make one. It's like, out of the good of their heart, they're just making one so people can just meet each other, you know? And I was thinking about that today, and it's like, you know, if one person, just one guy out there, made an app where it was just like simple, bare bones, there's no microtransactions or any of that fuck shit, like he could probably like upset like the whole market for that kind of stuff. And I was thinking about that, but really, I don't know. At the same time, right, here's another thing, I hate them, but then I'm still on them. Like, I got another one like a couple days ago. I'm collecting them like fucking those things in like Avengers or whatever, but they're just like, what my friends tell me who have used them or do use them is like, the more you have, the better, right? But then I also noticed that there's a lot of the same people on different apps, or on these apps, and it's like everyone kind of has that mentality almost of just wanting to collect them all, like a Pokemon or some shit. By the way, Pokemon TCG Pocket, goated game. Y'all gotta play that shit. This is not sponsored, but yeah, these apps, I don't know. At the same time, like, they're great because some people actually find like their soulmates on these things, but then sometimes it's just not good. I don't know, for the reasons I've listed. I just don't really like them. I don't fucking know. And then they're all different too, and some of them are way worse than others. Like, there's one that I was on, and it's like showing me people from like across the planet, and it's like, really, you can't refine it down to like more of a local scale than that? And they're all different, like I said, and it's just, I don't know. I think Hinge is probably the best one if you have to do one. There's still some hoes on there, so I'd be careful. But you know, I met a girl off Hinge, and we went out probably 3 times. This is my only successful-ish dating story on a dating app. We went out like 3 times, and I don't know. I feel like this is probably also a me problem because I struggle with making moves. This guy just pulled out right in front of me. I kind of struggle with making moves, probably part of the social anxiety shit. But you know, I don't know, I met her, we went out a couple of times, 3 times, and then she kind of just cut shit off. And you know, I feel like it was sort of mutual. I know that she ended it, so it wasn't necessarily mutual. Like, I would have kept trying, but also there were a lot of flags that made me think, you know, this is probably not the one, man. And other people are kind of saying that to me, so you know, I'm kind of glad that's over. But also, I haven't really found any luck on them since then, so that's the nature of the beast, man. Anyway, we at Goodwill, and it's busy as fuck. There's literally like, I'm like gridlocked in the parking lot right now trying to find a spot. And yeah, this one is always so bad. I don't know why it's so busy all the time. It's just fucked shit. Might not even be a spot. Might have to go over across the street or some shit. Some kid recording in the parking lot. I'd like to mention how janky of a setup I have for my camera right now. Oh, there's a spot. I'm literally like, I have my phone fucking rubber banded to my Garmin nav unit that I still have. Y'all remember those? I still use one of these things. And it's just kind of cool because it shows my speed right when I'm like racing on the Autobahn. And we actually found a spot. So that's magical. Take a swig of coffee here. I brewed up some fresh before we came out here. We on that. Hot as fuck, holy shit. Anyway, I'm gonna go in, see what we got, and when I'm done, I'll show you what the haul is in the trunk. So that's kind of what we be doing on these. I'll show you what I got, and then I'll try to think of some more topics to talk about when we go to the next store. So yeah, see you guys in a second. All right, so we're out of the first Goodwill, maybe the only Goodwill, but so here's the finds. Actually, wait, I can't switch the camera, never mind. So here's the finds, right? So I ended up buying only sweaters and 1 coffee cup. So here's the first thing. Nice little American Eagle thermal, tight shit. That'll go good under anything. Thermal fixes anything, guys. And then we got here, this one I only bought really because it was cheap enough, and it's a Gap. Gap's kind of mid, or no, Gap's not mid. I like Gap, but I'm saying this one in particular is kind of mid. And yeah, people keep turning around back here because there's literally no spots left. And this one here, a nice little grandpa sweater. It's an XL, don't fit like no XL, but everything is like expensive as fuck at Goodwill. I don't know why these days, but it just is. It's a thrift store, guys. And yeah, couldn't pass up the polo. Doesn't fit like a XXX. I don't know why it says that. It fits like a fucking large, but yeah, so that's what I got. Good shit. Guessing the grand total, I'll give you 5 seconds to guess. It was like 42 bucks. Ridiculous. I don't know why Goodwill is expensive like that, but shit is, so I don't know. I'm gonna get back in the car and we'll go off to the next store. So see ya. All right, so we're on our way to the next store right now, and I think I kind of got an idea where I'm going now. Kind of mid with directions, not gonna lie. It is not somewhere I go too often, but you know, we got it on lock, pretty sure. Yeah, I would have brought you guys into the store. You guys talking like I'm a fucking somebody here. I would have brought the camera, okay, into Goodwill, but I kind of just hate fuckers who do that. People who go into like thrift stores and just like, oh my god, hey guys, look at these jeans I found, or whatever. And yeah, I'm just not really about that. So one thing I'm definitely not gonna do is bring in my coat at the next store, because I was like hot as fuck in there. There were a lot of cool things in there though. That was peak Goodwill. It normally doesn't get much better than that, to be honest. Like, usually you go into a Goodwill and it's just like mid as fuck. Everything's like super expensive, and it is still super expensive. I shouldn't have to pay 13 bucks for a used polo crew neck, but I did because I'm a sucker for polo, and I just don't really know why they do that, because what I've heard about Goodwill is that they're actually a for-profit company, and it's kind of shitty because they're like, oh, we're donating everything we make, but no, they're definitely not donating everything they make. There's a lot of it that the CEO gets. He's kind of, you know, he's kind of something, I don't know. That's why supporting like local stores is kind of a good idea. So that's what we're going to next, is to a local store. I've had decent luck there, but you know, sometimes it's random, you know, it's RNG. But I checked out the tech at the last one, not really any tech. I always kind of look at the tech, you know, like once you're done picking through the clothes, you go to the fun section of the store. And yeah, that's what I did. But I don't know, there were some fashion MFs in there today though. But they weren't like my age, they were like older dudes who were just like completely stunted out going to a Goodwill. I'm like, alright man, good shit I guess. But I don't know, there's something to be said about having like a fully thrifted closet and you're just like dripped like every day, you know. That's the goal for me. No sweater vests though, which was something I wanted to get into there, but you know, I really don't even have any. I kind of going for like an old money style, to be honest. I don't know about you guys, if you guys are really into style or not, but I browse Pinterest and shit looking for styles. And then of course like Instagram, actually, believe it or not, has a lot of shit on there when it's not like, you know, fuck shit showing up on your page. I get a lot of like fashion stuff and like architecture stuff, which I think is cool. I don't know, if I'm gonna like doom scroll, I'd rather it be shit I'm interested in. Maybe we can talk about that, doom scrolling. So I kind of am of the mentality that TikTok is like amongst the worst of them, so I don't have that. But then I have Instagram, and it's like essentially the same shit. So it's really not much better. I mean, the only difference would maybe be like the concern of like China spying on you or something, if you care about that. I do kind of care about that to an extent, but also like they have everything they want on you anyway. So like anyone can get any information on you. It's not that hard. Just cross-reference like documents and shit, and you can find out like anything you want about anyone in really not that much time. It's pretty scary shit actually. Like, I don't know, they're passing laws for it, but I think it's far too late. The government, no, I'm not going to get political here. I'm personally not a very political person, but we were talking about doom scrolling anyway, and then that just turned into that rant. But honestly, it's kind of a hard trap to avoid these days. You kind of just get sucked into it. Like, I remember when it first came out, like the first few years where like short form content was like a thing, I really wasn't into it at all, and I kind of envy that person, because you know, now that I have started doing it and literally everyone else has started doing it, it's kind of hard to just stop doing it, because it's like so easy to just go on your phone and just scroll when you have nothing else to do. And you know, to that point, it's just such a bad habit to get into, really. Like, a lot of people compare it to an addiction, and I think it actually is an addiction. Like, you can definitely get addicted to this shit. So, and if that's the case, like, that must be like the most addictive substance there is, because like everyone's on it. And that's one thing about this channel that I definitely do not want to do, is end up making short form shit. Like, there will be no shorts on here. I'm not doing that. Like, I feel like people who would be watching this kind of thing are probably not paying full attention. I know, like, when I watch these kind of videos, I'm not paying full attention. I'm just kind of idly listening. Like, maybe it's like I'm not even watching the video itself. And that's fair. That's completely fair if that's what you do, because that's probably what I would do to an extent. But everyone's different. Some people are able to hold their attention span for like long form stuff like this way easier. And I'm probably one of those people, because when I was younger, YouTube was kind of a bigger part of my life. Like, I'd watch YouTube a lot. I still do to an extent, but these days I'm kind of just like not even that interested in internet stuff. Like, this is kind of renewing my interest a little bit, but I don't really go on the web as much as I used to, especially with games. Like, I don't play games nearly as much as I used to. Games are, I would say, one of the best things you can do if you're gonna just sit and rot on the computer, because at least you're using your mind, and I respect that. I respect people who game, and you're kind of like building, if nothing else, like your reaction time and sort of like a mental stamina. I don't know if that's a real thing, but there are definitely benefits to playing games, and I don't know, I think I've kind of like ran out of games that I enjoy playing. I literally keep going back and back to Minecraft like all the time because it's like a comfort game for me and I know I like it. But like picking new games for me is such a challenge, and actually finding ones that I want to continue playing is another challenge, because I'll start a game, play it for like, I don't know, a few hours one day with one of my buddies because he wants to play it, and then after that it's like I'll never touch it again. And it's not that it's a bad game, it's just that maybe I struggle with starting new things like that because I have to learn a whole new learning curve. And that's true with a lot of games, is like it's a whole new learning curve compared to the other games you're playing. Like if you play all shooters, right, they're gonna be similar. And I know people who play a lot of shooters are gonna come on here and be like, well, no, actually there's this nuanced difference in this type shit. And I'm like, well, all right, man, that's fine, but it's still a shooter at the end of the day, right? And like if you play all sandbox like survival games like Minecraft and shit, it's generally relatively easy to get into other ones. And I feel like I kind of got into that niche, but at this point I'm just like kind of at a loss for what new shit to play. So if you guys have any game suggestions, let me know. But we're actually already at the next store, believe it or not. So gotta find a spot. Of course this one's busy as fuck too. I feel like we were just getting into a groove of the conversation. But oh my god, there are so many people. Just give me a second here. Holy shit, buddy. Games, I like games. Not gonna probably play any games on here unless it's just like idle background footage and I don't feel like recording myself. I don't know if that day will ever come, but if it does, I don't know, probably boot up like a Minecraft world or some shit. A lot of guys do that. May as well be one of them. I honestly don't think what I do here is a very unique concept. A lot of people do this shit. Okay, there's a spot for me. You better not be backing all the way up. Okay, good. Yeah, I just don't think this is a very unique concept, but it doesn't really need to be because it's me, right? It's not the other guy. Yeah. Oh, I get to pull all the way through here. That's awesome. Yeah, we have to park pretty fucking far from the store, but we're here. Yippee. So, excuse me, that was fucking weird. Like the last store, I'm gonna go in, check out what they got, come out, show you guys, and yeah, we're chilling. So see you in a little bit. All right, so we just finished up at that one. That's like a local store, right? Not a Goodwill. I figured I'd just show you guys in here shit I got, so I'm not like awkwardly standing outside my car like recording random garbage I bought at a thrift store. This one's kind of busy. So we'll start off with the small shit, right? I bought this Apple mouse for $1. Butterfingers. $1 for this mouse, and I got like 2 other ones of these, but if this works, that's a pretty decent deal because these are pretty good. I'm just now noticing that there's like a bunch of like shit around the battery compartment, so this just might be completely garbage. Worth $1 anyway. Then we got this cool like Aztec pattern like Patagonia belt. Patagonia. It's like, this is metal. It's, I don't know, like a hiking belt, some shit like that. You know, worth $4, I think, how much I paid for that. And you know, I feel like I'll use it on a hike or some shit. Not exactly the kind of thing I just wear around, but for like a casual fit, you know, why not? What else we got? Yeah, so then we got these Land's End cords. They're fucking huge. They're not whale cords though. They're like thin kind, you know. But you know, it's still chill. I'm a Land's End sucker. Polo, Land's End, Gap. they all fuck. So, and then anything made in Europe, I like. So, but yeah, these, they're like, the waist is fucking huge. It's like a 42, but then I tried them on in the changing room because I needed to. I wasn't about to buy these and then get them home and they're just like tense, right? So they are beltable. Okay, I checked, they're beltable. Yeah, we got that. Then we finally got our sweater vest here. So it's just like it's a little houndstooth pattern. It's cotton, not wool, but literally everything was $7.99 there. Like this was $70.99, that was $7.99, and another thing I have coming up, $7.99. But yeah, nice little sweater vest. It'll work with a lot of stuff. And yeah, so then you guys, I was wearing my brown coat earlier, right? I wanted to be like, you know, maybe I should change it up, have like a couple different coats for fall or for winter, going into winter, right? So yeah, then I got this London Fog puffer jacket. And little thing I found out today is, so at this store they kind of put all the shit, like all the coats and stuff, in like the same section, so men's and women's isn't sorted. Normally I don't really care that much if it's men's or women's, but with coats sometimes it looks weird. So yeah, this one is actually a men's, and I found out you can tell because it's on the right side. The zipper is on the right side. A woman in there told me, she was like, oh, you can tell if it's a men's or women's based on what side the zipper's on. And I guess women's is left side, and I didn't know that was a thing. So that might just be a complete lie, but she didn't seem like she was lying, so you can look it up, but that's what she told me. And yeah, those were my finds at this one. So I'm trying to think now. Oh yeah, so yeah, there was this chick in there and she was like a 10, right? And then I just like didn't say shit, and that's like normal for me. So I figured I'd just throw that out there because I was kind of pissed at myself. And you know, it always works, like you're never gonna see them again too, so it's like, well, that fucking sucks. Where are we going now? But yeah, I'll get over it. It's fine. She was like looking and stuff too, so it's like, well, fuck, man. Could have probably tried something. But then she was with a guy, and you know, it's always hard to tell if they're gay, like the gay best friend, or if they're like their boyfriend, right? And I'm not being weird here, like that's a legit thing. And I was kind of thinking he was the gay best friend, but you know, seeing as she was like looking and shit all the time, that's what makes me think that. But yeah, we're good. But yeah, I don't know, could have been nothing, could have been her boyfriend, and then there's literally nothing I have the right to complain about. So and yeah, probably gonna wrap the video up pretty soon, honestly. I don't know how long it is because I've been cutting this up into sections and shit. But yeah, there's a Potbelly over there. Potbelly is gas. If any of y'all have had that, you should try that. I don't know if I really have anything else to say here. I did have like another topic planned, but I kind of just completely forgot what I was gonna say. So I mean, maybe it'll come back to me and I can record it in a later video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the finds, and you know, listen to me ramble about shit. This is what it's gonna be, is just me talking and stuff, putting it out there, just, you know, giving it a shot. So yeah, let me know which find was your favorite, and if you would have copped any. That's my personal style. I don't know about y'all, but that's my style. So I fuck with that stuff. And yeah, I hope you're able to find something insightful in what I said today. Hopefully you're able to relate. Maybe if not, well, sucks. I mean, no, it doesn't actually suck. If you're just here to listen, you're just here to listen. All right, I'm just gonna keep rambling on if I don't end it. So thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. Sounds kind of fucking stupid calling it a vlog, but I guess that's what it is. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, I'll check you in the next one. See ya.